Alright, what is up? So if you've been following along with my Failing Forward book club stuff, you would know that we just talked about starting things, you know, not procrastinating, and how fear leads to procrastination, which leads to paralysis, which leads to you doing nothing, and then it leads to you fearing starting again. Blah, 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 blah. It's good stuff. You should go and watch those videos. But I realize that's what I'm doing with YouTube. Something I want to do and something I want to put an effort towards. But, you know, I post videos and they don't get the views expected. No, it's not that I'm expecting views, they just like, they don't get views, and then it's like, it's hard to keep making videos. But it also talks about having realistic expectations, which doesn't really mean having smaller goals, right? Don't make a realistic goal, but it might mean that, you know, if you have a big goal, say, you know, making YouTube an actual thing and getting views, that goal has to come with realistic consequences, basically. Not consequences, but, you know, realistic setbacks. One of those realistic setbacks is obviously, you know, lower views when you start on YouTube. It's kind of a hard platform to get started on and get views right away, especially when you don't really know what you're doing, which is me. So I guess here we are. This is what it is. We're gonna get a workout in today and we'll post about it. So hope you enjoy. We're gonna work some biceps. Kind of in a, not a Mike Mentzer style, but a Mike Mentzer-esque style. The difference that we're going with is we're sticking with lower sets. You know, we're working arms today, so biceps and triceps. We'll stick with lower sets of lighter weight though. So Mike Mentzer's all about, you know, a heavy weight, which is, we'll get there. It's just been a little bit for me. I've been inconsistent with it. And so my body, the first couple times I lift, does not respond well. So I just want to get my body used to it. I've been lifting for, I think, a week and a half, 2 weeks now again, consistently. But I still think I'm kind of in that point of my body still getting used to it. I think arms I can do pretty hard, but like chest, you know, my shoulders hurt when I hit chest, and you know, legs, I kind of have back problems, and so it's like those I gotta hit a little bit slower. So this will be a harder day after we get warmed up and stuff, but after that, you know, legs and chest I'm still kind of recovering from, just as far as getting my body used to lifting again and what I can do and what weight is correct for me. But this will probably bring to a lot of failure today, so. First, we gotta warm up a little bit, you know, get the juices flowing, make sure that we're feeling all right for this workout. And then we'll probably hit a hard set, probably 2 sets of this, another set on the cables, some triceps, and I mean, it'll only be like 10 to 12 total sets today. Probably 5 to 6 sets each muscle group. Depending on how we're feeling. But yeah. And then I kind of like doing these curls with bands lately to kind of finish off, which I've been liking a lot. But I really like bands a lot. Feel at the, you know, at the hardest part of the movement, you don't have as much resistance, but then, you know, as you kind of get at that longer, especially triceps, right? I guess, I don't know where I'm going with that, but I don't know. I just like them because the change in resistance helps you kind of maybe push through a couple more reps, or for some workouts, it's like as you're getting into a certain range, it's harder, and then the other range is easier, which I kind of like. little bit better on my joints and stuff like that. So, but we're gonna put some weight on here now. That wasn't much of a warm up, but put 15 on the side of this bar here and see how that feels. One thing I didn't talk about was we focused on kind of slowing down the downward movements as well, not just focusing on, you know, the hard lift up, or on like a chest press, the hard push, you know, or from bottom on a squat, the hard explode up, but focusing on that, I think it's eccentric, that downward movement of controlling the weight the whole time, right? Now once I get to the bottom, I can explode up, but now I control the weight. I feel like it's giving me a better pump. And then also, like, you know, you think about it, obviously we want to be explosive here where we have power, but then on the way down, right, like I can hold this a lot longer. Like I feel more powerful here, right? So I need more time here, right? Here, where if I spend slow here, right, and I go slow here, it's gonna be so hard by the time I get it up here, right, where I need a little bit more here, if that makes any sense. I don't know if I'm explaining that right, but if you try it out, you'll feel it, and you'll be like, yeah, I feel what he's talking about. So, but get a good rest here. I gotta go check where Mud is. He's just sitting in the grass out there. Then we're also refocusing on, you know, once we can't get a full set, hitting these half reps and really burning out the arm until there's not much movement left in that range of motion, right? And, you know, really burn it up, especially with these, not focusing on not swinging here, right? From a dead stop, just really focusing on the bicep the whole time. And one thing I've been kind of struggling with is, as I'm lifting, I either feel my right bicep or left bicep, it feels like they're working harder. I don't know if that's just because one's stronger than the other, and so it doesn't get as tired as fast, but it's usually my left bicep. It feels like, you know, even though the weight is equalized on the bar, I feel like I'm lifting a lot more weight with my left one than my right one all the time. But it just might be a little bit of difference in muscle there, I don't know. But I'm sure that'll even out as time comes. So, get this cable set up and hit some cable curls, and then possibly some band curls to finish it off. But I really need to figure out a way to do one armed, because I don't have any dumbbells. So I mean, I guess I could like hold like a 25-pound plate or something like that, but I don't know, I'll figure it out. The thing I like about cable curls is I feel like there's like that constant tension on the bicep or whatever muscle you're working, rather than like you're curling a dumbbell or a straight bar or something, and it's, as you get close to the top, right, it becomes easier because obviously gravity is pushing down into your elbows. But with the cable, if you step away from it a little bit, you know, that tension stays just about the same if I'm stepped away from this cable a little bit, and now it's pulling outwards, right? It's pulling outwards on my hand rather than just pushing straight down into my elbows. So that tension feels a lot better, I feel, throughout the entire movement rather than just the bottom half. But we'll try out this weight here. I don't know if this is going to be too much or too little, but we'll hit a good set here. Alright, that was a little heavy. We'll knock it down and we'll probably hit 2 more sets here. For single arm, I could kind of set up the bench. I have a preacher curl thing for it, and I could set that up and maybe just on the cable do a single handle, kind of turn sideways, but I don't know. I feel like my elbows sometimes hurt when I do like any form of preacher curl or something like that, so we'll see. I'm lifting, especially alone, I just always have the hardest time taking enough time between reps to actually rest and stuff like that. I just want to kind of go into the next rep and get it over with, because to be honest, like, I don't enjoy lifting that much. I do it because I want to stay healthy, but yeah. And honestly, I had a kid, a couple weeks ago, and a big part of me just doesn't want to be that unathletic dad that can't do nothing. So that's really kind of pushed me to, I'm always going to be wrestling, so that's probably never ever going to happen. But when I do wrestle, I do feel my injuries, are a lot worse when I'm not lifting sometimes. So I feel like I need to lift in a way of a little bit injury prevention, which through getting stronger, that should help. But yeah, I just want to be able to wrestle. And then also I just want to be, the dad that can keep up with my kid when he's older and I'm older. And not the dad that, the kid is out there playing and wanting him to come and I'm too tired or something like that. If you are that dad, it's not a hate on you. It's just like, let's get better then. But yeah, it's just kind of my thought process on it. Okay, might hit 1 or 2 bands, probably just 1. Put this bar up here, triceps, and then probably band on triceps and call it a day. Alright, well, biceps feel good, so we skipped the bands, but hit that a little lighter than I thought it was, so I might switch the 5s out for 10s and go again. Alrighty, maximum effort here. Oh, might have the 5s on top of that. So we might only have to hit 2 or 3 sets. Triceps are already feeling it, so. We'll set up one of the bands. I like to do a 1-arm tricep. I feel it really helps. Mudman, my dog, he just loves being outside. He can sit outside all day. He can be an outside dog if he wants. You a good boy, ain't you? Yeah, you are. He's just laying by the garage door. I'll turn you guys a little bit this way, huh? All right, we'll hit this band right here, just single arm for a set or two and be done. You guys don't need, like, I don't know, guys. I don't feel like you need as long of workouts as some people do. If you want to be psycho and you love working out and you want to be in there for an hour, fine. I'm not that way. I freaking want to get in and get out. Do other things. Play freaking video games or something, I don't know. Alright, that feels good. I don't know why my camera just randomly stopped recording, but I mean, that was a good workout. I only needed to hit one set of those, I fell, and yeah, so.